Hey adventurers, welcome back to Trails in the Sky. Last time we were doing, again, a lot of talking because we are still stuck in the tutorial. Well, it's not stuck, we're learning a lot about the world. And now we just got some more Sepith and we are going to open a lot of slots. Not really a lot because we don't, I'm gonna do my best. We got 30 more of each. So of some we have 50, not of each. Time, space, and the other one. The grey one. I don't know what it's called anymore. No, it doesn't matter. We're gonna open some slots, but we don't have those, so we'll see what we can do. We can open a slot. Yeah, that's what I thought. We can only open one slot, so it's either gonna be a slot for Joshua or a slot for Estelle. And I'm thinking I want to open it for Joshua, just because it's fun. Let's do that. Open slot 2. Haha. Yeah, and now we can't open anything else. And I don't think that Estelle... Nope, also not. They're all red. We can't do anything. So now that we've done that, we're going to go back to our orbments. That's options. That's different. Orbments. We're going to go to Joshua. We already have an action. And then what kind of quartz do we still want? We should synthesize said quartz, which we cannot do. That's unfortunate. Shara, help? Good work on opening a slot, Joshua. Since your central slot is limited to a certain elemental, it would be best to increase your orbment's number of open slots early on. That's exactly what I was thinking. Not really well, maybe a little bit. Because now Joshua can have different kinds of orbments and not only the black one. This concludes your training here at the Orbal Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? That's what we've all been waiting for. The qualification test. The exam. That's what everybody hopes to do in their life. Exams. Exams all brings me back to my student in college times. Happy I don't have to do exams anymore. Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test. Again. Can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Wow, her mind is even worse than mine. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Bye! Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! Oh, so bad. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. ... What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah? And? And I even made you jot down that you... Whoa, my English is all over the place. And I even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that too? I'm pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? ... Oh, what a relief! Sparkle. Oh, divine Adios! I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. Adios is like the god equivalent of this world. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like a crumb memories indeed. They really do. For me personally. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Rolent's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Finally, some action! Some battle! Tutorial style. Be warned, tutorial style. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Received a tier ball. Received monster guide. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the chip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. I was just thinking, wouldn't that sounded like he was quoting Shara, so that it would be a lesson that Estelle probably should know already. But no reaction, so whatever. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're down in the sewers, because apparently it's common for monsters to roam the sewers or something. You will see, by the way, during this Let's Play, I have my mouse over here, but let's say if I go to the menu by pressing escape, my mouse immediately flies to the last thing that I had open. So, for example, if I open tactics and then close and put my mouse here and then go escape again, it moves there again. So, if you see my mouse charging all over the place, then you know why. Let's move forward. And to the right. Oh, there appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging in any further battles. And that's the recovery point. Orphan charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As a recovery point is approached, an exclamation mark will appear and two choices will be displayed by pressing the OK button. By selecting the rest option, all HP and EP will be restored. Well, isn't that handy dandy? Sounds like a plan to me. Let's just go for that resting point right now. Ah, I feel so refreshed. Okay, let's move on. It's a monster! Monsters at 12 o'clock! Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it! Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of a battle will change depending on how a monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Makes sense. I should shut up so you guys can enjoy the music as well, instead of me blabbing all over it. Let's go. We're gonna... Okay, so here we have the menu that we can choose things from. We can move and we can attack, and the others are grayed out, and we can use an item or run. Item are, for example, what we just picked up, which is a tear balm, which tear is a healing item. Just like the arts that Estelle can do, tear to heal, but the art is grayed out right now. So we can move around the battlefield. It's turn-based, and we just have these little squares where we can go to. Or we can just choose to attack. Now, this yellow circle over here is the area that Estelle can attack from. As you can see, if we move here, which is the farthest that Estelle can move, she can still attack this square and this square. Because she has a long pole, so she has a bigger range. Now, let's go attack this dirty rat. Because apparently, this is what rats look like in this universe. Woo! Easy. Now, Joshua, same thing. But you can see that he can move maybe a little bit further. Anyway, his circle is just as far as his squares. It's just like next to his square. So he only has a range of 1, while Estelle has a range of 2. There we go. Nice. Now, you can see the monsters are not even attacking or moving forward. And that is because, of course, this is a tutorial. So we're just gonna do the same thing and just Snap him. I love, by the way, that Joshua fights with 2 swords. I think that's awesome. It's just really cool, man, having 2 weapons. Just way cooler than a pole. But to be fair, Estelle is a very, very great character as well. And we're gonna do so much cool shit with these weapons later on. Don't you worry about it. So we're both level 3. We just got 10 experience points. And the next level, as you can see here, we need 160 to get to level 4. And this is the sepith that we got from killing those monsters that you just saw when we smacked them. That they exploded in these little diamonds. That's the sepith that we can use again for the orphans. And there was also a little chest dropping down when we killed one of them. And this is the item that we got from it, which is a juicy bone. Cool. Now that we did all that, here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using charge stations and other items like an EP charge. And here we go. So you can already tell a little bit by the physicality of these creatures. They are like moths or something. Wait, what are they called? Moth clusters. You can see it in the top right. So these guys, you can tell if you swing your sword at it, it's like swinging your hand through a cloud of flies. That's not going to do a lot of damage. So that is why we are going to use arts instead to do damage. So we're going to use Aqua Bleed, which is an art. And we're going to use Soul Blur, which is also an art. Now, before I select this, I want to point out, we have this row over here, next to my camera right now, here on the left. And this is the order of us attacking and the enemies attacking. You can see Estelle just is now casting an art, so preparing the magic. She has a little A over here now, and she moved to the bottom. Now, we do the same with Joshua. You will see we don't attack immediately, we prepare our arts. And Joshua is going to move down as well. Now, these creatures won't attack because it's tutorial. Magic! Boom! There we go. A lot of damage. And another one. Pew! Super cool, epic magic, right? Soul Blur is much cooler than Aqua Bleed, I think. But that's okay. Also going to use things like Fireball, which is just a little spark of fire. Go. And, you know, boring, low-level stuff. But you've probably seen the trailer on this channel. It's gonna be much crazier than this. Much crazier. We just got some crisp onions. Ooh, well, one. It's nice, I guess. Oh, look at that. Turning your back on me, huh? Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limits but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. So, let's see. Right now, down here, we have our HP and our EP and our CP. CP goes up if we attack. So if we do a normal attack and don't miss, wow. There we go. now the CP of Joshua went up to 26. Oh no! They are fighting back! That's horrible! We are taking damage. Let's use Dual Strike on the Dirty Red that doesn't have any damage. So now we're going to use a craft, which is different from an art. Art is magic. Craft is your martial art, I guess. Will only get more confusing. You'll figure it out. There we go. 2 hits. Bye-bye. And you were going to use Morale, which is not an attack. Come on! And now all our strength has increased. Which is cool, I guess. And then Joshua can attack again. Yeah! There we go.
Alright, we're good to go.
We are good to go. Moving forward. Now here on the right, I think, yes, there is a chest. Now this is interesting. We just found a reviving balm, which is not the interesting part, it's just a healing item to revive. However, we can still click it. The chest is empty, because of you. Nice work, hero. Well, thank you. This is a little bit fourth wall breaking, but every chest that you open and take the item out of, you can interact with again, and then they'll have something to say. From fourth wall breaking stuff to jokes to... It's just fun. And there's actually a Steam achievement to find all 517, I think, of chests in this game and interact with their dialogue. Like I said, I used a walkthrough the first time I played this game. So you would think that I would find all the chests. Apparently I missed 2. So I don't have the achievement now. I'm gonna try it again during this Let's Play, unless it's taking too long, but... Oh boy, why? Let's see. Oh, iron gate. Hello. The door is rusted and appears to be locked. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's cross the bridge. It's a dirty rat. Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts, which are unleashed as S-breaks, can be changed by going to Tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. When that is applicable, we'll find out, because we don't have more than one S-craft right now. So we have Morale over here, but here we have Pummel, which is an S-craft. It also says below there, S-craft, single attack. But we now have, because it's a tutorial, we have just been given 98 CP. So we only have to hit once. Boink. And now we have 102. And we start to glow. And that guy's dead. So now we can use our S crafts, which we can use either as normal crafts or as breaks. I'm currently waiting, which is where you use a normal craft. But let's say it's now Joshua's turn. And we're going to say, you know what? We're going to use the S break. Then I will press the correct button, which is 1, 2, 3, or 4, corresponding to the 4 characters in the screen down below here. So Estelle is 1, Joshua is 2. So I'm gonna, even though it's Joshua's turn, I'm gonna press 1. And now it's Estelle's turn, and she's gonna use her S-break. She can't do anything else than doing her S-craft, because it is called an S-break. Here we go.
Here I come.
Here you go. Yeah! Bye-bye. And next one. And we're gonna go to craft and say sever, which is the S-craft. Let's do this! And...
That's that then. Let's move out.
Let's move out. And that is how you very easily defeat enemies. But now our CP meters are completely empty. So we have to build it up again. And you can even go towards 200 CP. And if you use your S-craft while having 200, which is the maximum of CP that you can have, then the attack will either be even stronger or get additional effects or something like that. So I always like to build up towards this 200. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we've made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. I'll explain. It's very easy. We again have here on the left the battle order that I talked about before. And you just saw Estelle getting a little bit of healing. That's because there's a yellow heart with a 10 next to her. I think 10 is like 10% or something. Which she now just healed. We have another heart here, and then we have here a red diamond, which is a sepith. So the attack that the character does next to this icon will steal or will get some additional sepith. You'll see. And attack. We don't have any crafts. Maybe I should use arts. Nah, not yet. I don't feel like doing arts. There we go. And that's one dirty rat down. I think we should use it on those moths. Oof. The dirty rat in the back is not attacking, so that's good. But Joshua is currently in order for the sepith bonus, so that's nice. Now, if Joshua now would use an art, we know that an art is a power-up thing, you know? You start to cast the spell, and then in the next turn you release it. If we do that, we don't get the bonus of the sepith that we see here. So we're just gonna attack the dirty rat. There we go. See, you saw just a little diamond dropping. That's the thing. That's the thing we want. Am I going to heal and risk that those moths and the dirty rat attack Estelle? No, we're just... See, that's the thing you have to do. I can use my healing spell, but as you can see on the left in the loading order over here, if I use tear, then the moths still go first. Will they do enough damage to kill me? I don't think so. Even if they both attack Estelle, I don't think so. So let's not. Let's just heal. See what happens. So it's a moth turn. Okay, we're fine. That's good. It's 18, but she can survive that. Whew, it was a risk. And there's the heal. But it was worth it. You heard the music spinning up as well from... Oh no, a character is dying. Panic. And let's attack the dirty rat again. There we go. I think Estelle is gonna need to use another healing spell for Joshua. Now I don't get the sepith bonus because I've chosen to heal Joshua. Because I can also attack the moths, but I probably miss because I would attack with my staff and not one of my arts. And we will have to use arts. Well, we have a bigger chance of killing them outright if we use arts, instead of just trying to wail at them with a high chance to miss. Like they do on me. They also get healing bonuses now with the yellow hearts, which doesn't really matter because they're still full health, so whatever. Okay, I'm gonna do a normal attack just to see, maybe I'll get some sepith. Ah, see, I missed. Well, we tried. Bye-bye, moth. I'm just gonna do the same thing again. And you. Now they get a bonus. Now you see some sepith drop again, but now from Joshua. And I'm not sure if they actually steal sepith from me or it's just an animation. I think it's just an animation. I don't think I actually lose out on anything. But that's okay. Now I'm gonna use my arts to take care of this dirty rat because he's on a long distance. So I figured this is more effective. Whee! The water is so slow. There we go. Bye-bye. Oh, you had an additional effect, but it's almost better because you're dead.
Let's move out.
Let's move out. Got some items. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna check my walkthrough for a very short moment, but I'm sure... Yeah. I'm sure there wasn't anything there that we still had to do. I found a small box. Cool. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one, but two, is kinda interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know we're the only ones down here. You can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Shera when we get back? But for now we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright. By looking inside this chest again, you flunk! Just kidding. So bad. So horrible, so wonderful. Now all the monsters are dead in this area. They only respawn once we leave the area. Let's do a rest again. But we're not gonna come back here in a while, I think. Like I said before, it's the tutorial area, but I'm sure if we would go back here, the monsters would be back again here as well. It's a little bit of a shorter episode, but this feels like a nice time to round it down. Just because we went through the entire dungeon, you know? So, in the next one, we're gonna find out what is in the mysterious boxes. Ooh, cliffhanger. Not really. Unless you're interested. Are you interested? Did I make you curious now what is in the small boxes? Ha! You'll find out next time. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!